He showed up. I wouldn't give him my name because he has no suspicion of a crime. So now he's doing the big dog thing where he has to call the guy to make sure that I get trespassed from a cemetery I'm sitting at. Just sitting on my phone. Look at these guys. White people throwing temper tantrums. What? Mm-hmm. Irish. Hopefully one day they'll realize they're throwing temper tantrums because they haven't been through anything in life. So now that he is gone, let's go confront the guy that called the police. And the cop, like he was the alpha. He came up to me, he got in my face, he stomped around. I taught him about RAS. He didn't know what RAS was. That I don't have to do anything, I don't have to listen to him. He almost kicked me, bruh. Out here? You tried to sick. Just because it's him staring at me through the window. It's just a middle-aged white prick. You my name unless you have suspicion that I've committed a crime. And he's supposed to be it unless you're visiting. I said, I'm not and then I'm trespassing. So he walked out and started throwing a temper tantrum, trying to call the guy at the graveyard. Trying to call whoever owns this, which is Sunday. So then he walked out and talked to the guy over here. But I had a lot of breakthroughs in my meditation today. Things were going really well for me. I was making art, and then I noticed that the crows would show up, and then a bunch of creeps showed up. Memory that a 7 I'm waiting for them to call the rest of their white gaggle goons. When the police don't work, they send their rednecks with the guns. So that cop is hopefully either moved on with his day, went down the street and saw that everybody's trapped in the Matrix, and that I was just sitting alone outside in a field listening to music. And the only people that called the police were whiny white pride and prejudice, which you'll see in a minute. So I told you told you he came back after throwing a hissy fit. And he came back. If you're streaming at normal time. Yo, what's up? Nobody's here. So, I guess this morning, I was laying out here on my phone, trying to make songs in my head, daydreaming, and I had a breakthrough. Everything felt really good. It was like the best day I've had in 6 months. In just a little bit, like a 3-second window, I felt back. Like it took me two whole nights, some comfort food, some rest, and it being the weekend so nobody could bother me. And I got back. I was feeling great. Within 3 seconds, so as soon as I triggered it, the place flooded, tons of white people, and it just seems like designed to just suck out everything you love and destroy it, and then they start cackling. So they come out and say things that make no sense. They just say like whatever they can to try to get the attention. Then once they have your attention, then they know how to steal it and they'll start cackling. So they'll walk up and be like, "Oh, your car has tires." And then I'm like, what the fuck is that? Gets my attention. And then they fuck it up somehow. And they knew they fucked it up. They were very happy about it. So I moved back around here, over behind that tree. I'm like, it's a Sunday. It's not going to be a problem. I can sit by myself and I won't have to worry about who comes and goes. Immediately, as soon as I lay down, I open up my mind. I see this album cover. I tune into the album cover. I see exactly what I want with the album cover. Then I feel this huge hit, this huge draining, dark energy hit my stomach. And I feel it all get ruined and ripped out of me and destroyed. I look up and there's just some white dude standing there staring at me. And then he walks away really slowly with his head down, with his daughter and her child, I'm assuming, and walking behind him. So we got to show off how cool he is. He got me, and everyone felt it, because I wasn't paying attention. Then the cop showed up. So I assume they must have called. It was either them or it was this people, maybe her. Just fat white women that are way too proud of nothing. They have no reason to be proud. Obese, smelly white women. They could have called. So the cop shows up. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, right when he showed up and he got out of the car, I looked up and I said, "You better not be here for me." He said, "What?" I said, "You better not be here for me." He said, "I am here for you." And I said, "Why? I'm in public." And he's like, "Well, someone called." "Are you camping out here?" I said, "No." He said, "Tent?" I said, "No, if I wanted to go to sleep, I'd just go curl up in the woods over there." He said, "Are you here at night?" I said, "Sometimes I come here at night to use the Wi-Fi. I do YouTube, so I need the Wi-Fi to upload videos. But I'm respectful of the space. I came over here to be respectful." He's like, "Okay, well, I need your name." And I said, "I know my rights." He said, "What?" I said, First Amendment, right?" "No, that's the one where I'm allowed to film in public." And then I got my camera out. "What's the one where I need RAS? I don't have to listen to you or give you my name unless you have RAS. What's that right?" He said, "What's that?" I said, "You don't know RAS? You need articulable suspicion of a crime." "So what crime have I committed?" And he said, "Well, technically you're trespassing." I said, "I'm trespassing when the owner tells me to leave. And you know that. And if he did, I would." So he stomped away. He saw my shorts hanging on the railing here. He's like, "Are these your shorts?" I said, "The ones that are hanging because they're wet?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, they are." He pushed us away. Then he came over and I had like my Ben & Jerry's here. And he's like, "Is this your trash?" And I just held the phone at him. I held the phone at his face. And I didn't say anything because we both know I don't have to speak to him. So he got pissed. He put his shoulders up, he flared his head forward, and he stomped his way into his car and he sped off. Then he drove around over here And I'm assuming the guy in this building called. Let's go take a look at him. So it's whoever sits in this building was too cowardly to come out and ask me what I'm doing here. And instead he wasted an officer's time that could have been out there saving lives. He came just to pester him, most likely hoping that the officer would grab his gun and intimidate the kid, a traumatized orphan child. And I've been dealing with it for 10 years, so I sent him back so mad. He had a temper tantrum, ran away, called as many people as he could to try to get me trespassed from everywhere just because I knew my rights. I knew I didn't have to give him shit because there was no crime that was committed. It was just somebody with mental health issues took out his problems on a stranger sitting outside at a public place. So he did whatever he could. We got him on live, about 2,000 people, not knowing his rights, trying to abuse the public. We tried to call a supervisor, and he is the supervisor. So we've got 25 people here that might call Phil Scott right now and get him fired for what you... And then no one will be able to stop you when white America burns. There we go.